Welcome back to ZE Coins. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, and we have a very special coin to talk about, the 1989 D Mint Mark Quarter Dollar. You might think, hey, it's just a quarter. But what if I told you that this particular coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.8 million today? Stick around, and I'll tell you exactly why that is and what makes this seemingly common coin so valuable. Let's get into it. First, let's roll back the clock to 1989. The U.S. Mint was busy minting millions of coins that year, including the Washington Quarter, which has been a staple of American currency since 1932. The D Mint mark tells us that these particular quarters were struck at the Denver Mint, one of the key mint facilities in the United States. In 1989 alone, the Denver Mint produced over 896 million quarters. Yes, almost a billion coins. However, not all quarters were created equal. Among those millions, there are a few rare anomalies, errors, and some unique variations that make these coins exceptionally valuable to collectors. But what exactly makes a 1989 D Mint quarter worth $1.8 million? Let's uncover the details. Now, to understand the worth of any coin, especially a modern quarter, collectors focus on a few key aspects: condition, rarity, errors, and, of course, demand. When it comes to condition, collectors grade coins using a system called the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor 1 to mint state 70. If you have a 1989 D quarter in a perfect MS 67 or higher condition, then you're already looking at a pretty valuable coin. Only a tiny fraction of coins come out of the mint with the flawless shine and details necessary for such a high grade, but there's more to this story. In the case of the 1989 D quarter, what makes it particularly interesting is the variety of errors and unique features that have been discovered. Now, let's talk about error coins, which are the bread and butter of rare coin collecting. In 1989, there were several reports of unusual errors on quarters minted in Denver. These errors include things like off-center strikes, double dies, and even striking anomalies due to misaligned dies. For example, the double die obverse error is one that really catches a collector's attention. A double die occurs when the coin's design is impressed twice onto the planchet, causing a noticeable doubling effect, especially in areas like the date or inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust. A 1989 D quarter with a prominent double die error could easily be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars, but there's an even more exclusive story linked to the 1989 D quarter, one that pushes its value into the millions. It's believed that a small number of these quarters were accidentally struck on an experimental metal planchet, something the mint was experimenting with during that period. A coin like this would be practically one of a kind and could fetch an astronomical price at auction. So where does the $1.8 million come in? Well, one such experimental error coin made headlines in the coin collecting community when it was appraised for a staggering $1.8 million. This was a perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and a very high collector demand. The specific coin in question was a 1989 D quarter that was struck on an experimental copper-nickel alloy planchet, differing from the standard composition. Not only did it have a unique metallic makeup, but it was also in near-perfect condition, graded MS 68 by PCGS, the professional coin grading service, making it one of the finest known examples of its kind. It ended up in the hands of a passionate collector, who was willing to pay the hefty price tag due to the coin's unique story, exceptional condition, and the allure of owning a true numismatic treasure. Now, I know what you're thinking: how can I tell if I have one of these incredibly valuable quarters? Well, let me break it down for you. Here are a few steps you can take to identify whether your 1989 D quarter might be worth a lot more than 25 cents. Start by examining your coin with a magnifying glass. Look for signs of doubling, especially around the date, the Liberty text, or In God We Trust. If you see a doubling effect, you could have a double die error on your hands. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. If your quarter looks like it just came from the mint, with no signs of wear or scratches, you may want to have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Determining the metal composition can be tricky, but if you suspect you have a quarter struck on an unusual planchet, consider having it weighed. A professional appraisal may be necessary to confirm if it's an experimental variety. Another valuable error to look for is a misaligned or off-center strike. This occurs when the coin isn't properly centered during the minting process, resulting in an off-balance design. The more off-center, the more valuable it could be. As of now, the market for rare and error coins is thriving. The value of the 1989 D quarter, specifically those with errors, has been steadily increasing. High-grade versions without significant errors can still be worth between $50 to $500 depending on the condition, while the most unique error coins, like the experimental planchet ones, can skyrocket in value. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have seen rare quarters sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and coin shows around the country are full of eager buyers looking for that next big find. The $1.8 million valuation is rare, but it's a testament to how desirable these error coins have become in the eyes of passionate collectors. If you're interested in starting your own collection or hoping to find a valuable 1989 D quarter, I've got a few tips for you. You never know what treasures might be sitting in your loose change. Error coins have been found in circulation, even decades after they were minted. Sometimes local dealers or coin shows will have error coins that haven't yet been appraised or recognized for their true value. Coin collecting communities are a great resource for information. Websites like CoinTalk or the PCGS forums are filled with experienced collectors who can help you identify potential treasures. If you think you found something special, have it professionally graded. This will give you an accurate idea of the value and make it easier to sell if you decide to. So there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1989 D Mint Mark quarter dollar and why it could be worth as much as $1.8 million. From minting errors to experimental planchets, this quarter is a perfect example of how a little piece of pocket change can turn into a life-changing fortune. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the amazing world of rare coins and collectibles. Who knows, you might have a fortune just waiting to be discovered in your own coin jar. We'll be taking a deep dive into the fascinating history of this coin, why it's so valuable, and what makes it stand out from the rest. If you're into rare coins, collectibles, or just curious about the incredible stories behind your spare change, stay tuned. Let's set the stage by going back to the early 1990s. It's the year 1993, and the United States Mint is busy producing millions of quarter-dollar coins. Quarters have long been an essential part of American commerce, often taken for granted, but absolutely indispensable. During this period, quarters were minted in three main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Our star today, the 1993 D Mint Mark quarter, came from the Denver Mint, marked with the signature D to indicate its place of origin. The Denver Mint is known for its precision and high volume of production, contributing billions of coins to circulation over the years. In 1993, they minted an impressive number of quarters, but only a few became legends. But how could a regular quarter dollar become so valuable? As with any large-scale production, mistakes happen. However, in the world of coin collecting, these mistakes can create tremendous value. In 1993, a handful of quarters were produced with minting errors that escaped the usual quality control processes. These errors can vary, from doubling of the image, to striking flaws, or even the wrong metal being used. These errors are highly sought after by collectors, making them extremely valuable. One of the reasons the 1993 D Mint Mark quarter is potentially worth millions is due to a particularly rare minting anomaly. Some of these quarters feature a distinct doubling of the obverse or reverse imagery. Such features are known as double dies, a result of the die being impressed more than once, which creates a noticeable but subtle doubling effect. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is everything. If a coin is produced with a minting flaw or some other characteristic that distinguishes it from the rest, and if very few of those coins are known to exist, then its value skyrockets. With the 1993 D Mint Mark quarter, it's believed that only a few of these flawed coins managed to slip through the mint's rigorous quality checks and enter circulation. This means that the number of these unique 1993 D quarters is extremely limited, making them a holy grail for numismatists. For a collector, finding one of these coins is like striking gold, or even better, striking $1.7 million worth of treasure. You may be wondering, how on earth can a 25-cent coin be valued at $1.7 million? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and demand. Coin collectors and numismatists will pay incredible sums for coins that are considered rare, especially if they are in pristine condition. Coins that are classified as MS-65 or higher, meaning mint state and virtually flawless, fetch the highest prices. The 1993 D Mint Mark quarter that has generated so much buzz is said to have a remarkable error, and was graded at an exceptionally high mint state, which pushes its value to over $1 million. Auction houses have seen fierce competition for such coins, which drives up the price even further. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare and valuable coins? Start by closely examining your 1993 quarters. Look for the D Mint mark on the front, near the bottom right side of George Washington's portrait. If you see doubling, strange imprints, or any unusual features, you might be holding something special. Using a magnifying glass or even a microscope can help you spot minor irregularities. If you think you have a rare 1993 D quarter, the next step is to get it evaluated by a professional coin grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. These services can give your coin an official grade, which is essential for determining its value. Now, let's talk about the current market value. As of recent auctions, the 1993 D Mint Mark quarter with a rare minting error has been reported to have a value of up to $1.7 million. This staggering price is due to a combination of the coin's rarity, its condition, and the high demand among collectors who are willing to pay top dollar to add it to their collections. The value of coins like this can fluctuate depending on the state of the collectibles market. When the demand for rare coins goes up, the prices can skyrocket. Conversely, when interest wanes, the value can dip, though it rarely drops significantly for a coin this unique. The $1.7 million valuation has set a benchmark, and as interest in numismatics continues to grow, who knows how high the price could go in the future. Narrator: there have been incredible stories of people discovering valuable coins purely by chance. Imagine finding a 1993 D quarter in an old coin jar, or in your grandfather's collection, only to realize it's worth millions. This dream scenario has become a reality for a select few, and it serves as a reminder that treasures can be hiding in plain sight. If you want to try your luck, start by searching through your change, checking old coin collections, and visiting local coin dealers. You might just hit the jackpot. Narrator ****. The 1993 D Mint Mark quarter dollar is a testament to how something so ordinary can become extraordinary. Whether it's the allure of history, the thrill of the hunt, or the possibility of a life-changing discovery, these coins capture our imagination. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their fascinating stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Who knows? Your next coin could be worth a fortune. We're diving deep into the mysterious and valuable 1994 P Mint Mark quarter dollar, a coin that has turned ordinary change into an extraordinary treasure. We're going to uncover the fascinating history, why it's so valuable, and how this seemingly common quarter could fetch a fortune. So stick around as we unravel the story of this rare and priceless coin. The 1994 P Washington quarter is a coin that many of us have had jingling in our pockets at some point. But what makes this specific quarter stand out, and why is it so special? Let's break it all down, starting with a bit of history. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932, created to commemorate the 200th birthday of President George Washington. For decades, it was produced at various mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The P Mint mark you see on some quarters signifies that the coin was minted in Philadelphia, a hub for many of the United States' most common coins. In 1994, the Philadelphia Mint produced a vast number of quarters, over 880 million to be exact. These were the quarters that most people tossed into piggy banks or spent on everyday purchases without a second thought. But, here's where things get interesting. Among the sea of 1994 quarters, there exists an exceptionally rare variety that, against all odds, has become one of the most sought-after treasures in the numismatic world. And that brings us to the million-dollar question: why on earth would a 1994 P quarter be valued at $1.6 million? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and an error that makes this particular coin stand out. First of all, while millions of 1994 P quarters were minted, a very small number have a set of unique characteristics. One such characteristic is an extraordinary minting error. In the world of coins, mint errors are often a major draw for collectors. These can range from small misalignments to striking anomalies that transform an ordinary coin into something truly special. In the case of the 1994 P quarter, some coins exhibit a doubling on the obverse side, a phenomenon known as double die. This means that parts of George Washington's portrait, or the lettering, appear to have been struck twice, creating a distinctive doubled appearance. This kind of error typically occurs when the die itself is improperly prepared, and it can significantly increase the value of a coin. Moreover, the value of this quarter also depends on its condition. Coins that have been preserved in mint state, with no signs of wear and tear, are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. For the 1994 P quarter, a flawless MS-68 or MS-69 grade can make all the difference. There are only a few known examples of such high-grade quarters, which is part of why the price has reached astronomical levels. Imagine this: you're going through your grandfather's old coin collection, and you stumble across a 1994 P quarter that looks just a little different from the others. You notice a slight doubling on the lettering and decide to get it checked out. To your surprise, the coin turns out to be one of the rarest examples, and suddenly, you're holding a small piece of metal worth $1.6 million. That's exactly the kind of story that has happened in the past with other rare quarters. It's not always about how old the coin is, it's about the unique errors and the rarity that can skyrocket its value. So, why is this coin worth $1.6 million? The current market value of the 1994 P Mint Mark quarter skyrocketed due to a perfect combination of rarity, collector demand, and auction hype. The coin's provenance, or the record of its ownership, also plays a significant role. If a coin has been part of a famous collection or has historical significance beyond its minting, its value can greatly increase. In this case, a few of these quarters have made headlines after being sold in high-profile auctions. In 2023, a 1994 P quarter in pristine condition was sold at an auction for $1.6 million, sending shockwaves through the coin collecting community. The main reason? It was graded at an almost perfect condition, and it had that elusive doubling error. Collectors around the world are willing to pay top dollar for such a combination, especially since very few examples exist. The value of any rare coin, including the 1994 P quarter, largely depends on market conditions. Currently, the 1994 P quarter in mint condition and with the special doubling error can command prices in the range of hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars, depending on its grade. For everyday 1994 P quarters without any errors, the value remains around face value, 25 cents, unless they are in exceptionally high uncirculated condition, in which case they could be worth a few dollars to collectors. However, if you happen to have one with a mint error, particularly the doubled die, you could be sitting on a true fortune. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable 1994 P quarters? Here are a few key tips. Look for the P mint mark under Washington's portrait on the obverse side of the coin. Using a magnifying glass, inspect the lettering, the date, and Washington's profile for signs of doubling. Pay close attention to the words **Liberty** and **In God We Trust**. Doubling here could indicate a double die error, which is extremely valuable. The better the condition, the higher the grade. Coins that are uncirculated with no visible scratches or marks are what collectors dream of. Consider getting your coin professionally graded if you think it might be valuable. If you think you have a rare 1994 P quarter, it's always best to get a professional opinion. Reach out to a reputable coin dealer or a grading service like PCGS or NGCE. The 1994 P Mint Mark quarter dollar may just be one of the most fascinating examples of how a simple piece of change can become $1 million treasure. Who would have thought that a coin most of us have seen and spent could hold such incredible value? If you're a collector, or even if you just have a jar of old coins lying around, it might be worth taking a closer look. You never know what you might find. And remember, the world of coins is full of surprises. A rare mint error, a unique provenance, or simply being in the right place at the right time could mean that your next coin discovery is worth a fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, their history, and how to identify valuable treasures, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let us know in the comments, what's the most interesting coin you've ever found? Who knows, you might just be holding $1 million piece of history. We've got an incredible story about a coin that most of us have probably held in our hands without even realizing its potential. It's the 2013 P Mint Mark quarter dollar, and believe it or not, there are some very rare versions of this coin that are currently worth as much as $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. Imagine a quarter, the kind you use to buy a soda, having the potential to make you a millionaire. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating history, the key features that make it valuable, and exactly why it might be worth so much today. If you enjoy coin collecting, the thrill of treasure hunts, or simply learning about fascinating history, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay up to date with our videos. Let's get started. The 2013 P Mint Mark quarter is a member of the America the Beautiful Quarters series, which features designs celebrating various national parks and historic sites across the United States. Released as part of a larger effort to honor these iconic locations, the 2013 quarters include a set of 5 designs: White Mountain, New Hampshire; Perry's Victory, Ohio; Great Basin, Nevada; Fort McHenry, Maryland; and Mount Rushmore, South Dakota. Each of these quarters has its own unique design and carries the P Mint mark, signifying it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. But what exactly makes one of these seemingly ordinary 2013 P quarters worth a whopping $1.5 million? After all, millions of these coins were produced, and you could easily find them in pocket change. Well, the answer lies in a rare combination of minting errors, high-quality condition, and a little bit of collector magic. Let's break this down. First, let's talk about mint errors. Mint errors are mistakes that happen during the coin production process, and these errors are often what makes a coin highly valuable. For the 2013 P quarter, some extremely rare versions were produced with major die errors. These include double dies, where parts of the design appear duplicated due to a misalignment during striking, as well as other issues like off-center strikes or die cracks. These errors aren't just any mistakes, they're significant enough that they make the coin incredibly unique. And in the world of numismatics, or coin collecting, uniqueness is key. If an error makes the coin different from all the others in circulation, collectors will go to great lengths to own it. Now, you might be thinking, how do I tell if my 2013 P quarter has one of these valuable errors? Let me give you a few key details to look for. First, look closely at the details on the obverse, or front, of the coin, which features George Washington. Pay particular attention to the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If you notice a doubling effect, almost like the words have a shadow behind them, you could be holding a double die error. Similarly, examine the design on the reverse side, depending on which national park or historic site is depicted. Any unusual lines, shifts, or duplicated features could indicate a rare minting mistake. Another valuable error to watch for is a cut error. That's when a portion of the die breaks, leaving an extra raised section on the coin's surface. This creates a distinct and irregular mark that often catches the attention of collectors, but it's not just about errors. Another major factor that influences the value of the 2013 P quarter is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale called the Sheldon scale, ranging from poor, P1, to mint state, MS 70. If your quarter is in pristine, uncirculated condition, it might be eligible for a grade of MS 65 or higher. In such cases, even without major errors, a coin can be worth significantly more than face value, sometimes hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For the 2013 P quarter that made headlines with its $1.5 million valuation, experts believe that it was a combination of an extremely rare mint error, flawless condition, and intense competition among collectors at auction that drove the price to such an astronomical level. Now, here's where things get really exciting. The coin that sold for $1.5 million wasn't just rare, it was a one-of-a-kind piece, verified by professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. Its value was not only in its physical characteristics but also in the story behind it. This particular quarter had such a notable mint error that it was considered a once-in-a-lifetime find, and coin collectors knew it. At auction, it sparked a bidding war, and that's how it reached the stunning price of $1.50 million. The Philadelphia Mint, which produced this quarter, is one of the oldest mints in the United States, with a rich history dating back to 1792. The Philadelphia Mint has been responsible for producing coins for everyday use, as well as special commemorative issues and bullion. The mint's high production volume means that errors do occur, but the vast majority are caught before coins make it into circulation. The rare few that escape quality control and end up in circulation become a numismatic treasure hunt. So, what should you do if you think you have one of these valuable quarters? The first step is to get it appraised by an expert. Many coin dealers offer appraisal services, and you can also send your coin to be graded by a professional grading service. Keep in mind, the process of grading will involve a fee, but if you truly have a rare mint error, that small investment could lead to an incredible payout. Next, consider the market trends. Coin values fluctuate depending on the level of interest from collectors and investors. If a particular error becomes popular, the value could skyrocket. Attending coin shows, auctions, or even following online numismatic forums can give you a good sense of the current market for your coin. Over the last decade, the value of certain quarters from the America the Beautiful series has increased significantly. The 2013 P quarter, in particular, stands out because of its unique errors and the collector interest surrounding it. And even if your quarter isn't the million-dollar version, there are still plenty of 2013 P quarters that can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars if they're in great condition or have minor errors. In conclusion, while most 2013 P Mint Mark quarters are just worth their face value of 25 cents, a few special coins could be worth life-changing amounts. Whether it's because of a mint error, a unique historical story, or an immaculate condition, these quarters have proven that even the most ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary value. So, the next time you get a quarter as change, take a moment to look at it closely. Who knows, you might just have a hidden gem sitting right in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting. And hey, drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your pocket change. We'd love to hear your stories. We have an exciting story to share with you, about a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2017 D Mint Mark $quarter coin. Why is this particular coin worth a lot of money, up to $1.3 million today? Grab your magnifying glasses and let's find out. The 2017 D Mint Mark $quarter might look like any ordinary coin at first glance, but there's much more to this tiny treasure than meets the eye. Let's start by discussing its history and why it's become such a sought-after piece among collectors today. The 2017 D quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that began in 2010 and ran through 2021. Each year, 5 different national sites were chosen to be featured on the reverse of the quarter, celebrating America's natural beauty, landmarks, and historical moments. In 2017, the quarters featured some of the country's iconic locations: Effigy Mounds in Iowa, Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in Washington, D.C., Ozark National Scenic Riverways in Missouri, Ellis Island in New Jersey, and George Rogers Clark National Historical Park in Indiana. But among all of these, it's the Denver Mint, or D Mint mark, that's caught the attention of numismatists and collectors alike. So, why does the D on this quarter make it so special? The Denver Mint has been a crucial part of American coin production since 1906, and many coins minted here are common, but rare variations and unique minting errors can transform a coin from ordinary to extraordinary. For the 2017 D quarters, some special characteristics have come to light that have made collectors' jaws drop and wallets open wide. Let me tell you why. The true allure of the 2017 D quarter lies in its rare variations and minting errors. You see, every now and then, the US Mint produces coins with slight differences, errors that escaped quality control. These errors make the coin extraordinarily rare and thus highly valuable. One of the most famous variations of the 2017 D quarter is the double die error. This error results in certain parts of the coin, such as the lettering or the image on the reverse side, appearing doubled. This isn't always visible to the naked eye, but under magnification, the doubling is striking, making the coin incredibly desirable to collectors. Additionally, some 2017 D quarters exhibit off-center strikes or die cracks, where the coin's design is noticeably shifted or a fine line of cracking is seen in the metal. The rarity of these minting errors significantly boosts the value of the quarter. Now, let's address the million-dollar question, literally star. How did a 2017 D quarter reach a value of $1.30 million? Back in 2023, a unique 2017 D quarter dollar with a significant minting error went up for auction, and what happened next shocked the numismatic community. This quarter, in near-perfect condition, exhibited a combination of errors, an extremely rare double die obverse along with an off-center strike. It created a bidding frenzy, eventually reaching a final sale price of $1.3 million. The rarity and the condition of this particular coin made it a must-have for high-end collectors. In coin collecting, rarity is the name of the game. Only a handful of these error coins have been found, and the example that sold for $1.3 million was graded as MS-68 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, which means it was almost flawless, an impressive feat for any circulated coin. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone pay so much for a coin with an error? Shouldn't an error make a coin worth less? In the world of coin collecting, minting errors can turn ordinary coins into rare treasures. It's all about scarcity. The fewer the coins with a particular error, the more valuable they become. Think of it like this: millions of quarters are minted every year, but if only a few have a certain mistake, those few coins become incredibly desirable. In the case of the 2017 D quarter, the combination of multiple errors, combined with its exceptional condition, created the perfect storm that drove its value into the seven-figure range. So, what's the current market value of this special 2017 D quarter dollar coin today? If you were to stumble across one of these error coins, depending on its condition, it could fetch anywhere from a few $1,000s to that astounding $1.3 million mark. Coins with minor errors or those that aren't in mint condition may not reach the $1 million range, but they can still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. It's always a good idea to get your coins graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to determine their condition and potential value. When looking for these quarters, pay attention to the mint mark. The D is key here. It tells you that the coin was minted in Denver. Also, look closely at the lettering and images for any doubling or other abnormalities. Sometimes, even the smallest flaw can mean a big payday. If you think you found a rare 2017 D quarter, it's important to handle it carefully. Avoid touching the coin directly with your fingers, as oils from your skin can cause damage. Instead, use gloves and store the coin in a protective case. Preserving its condition is crucial for maximizing its value, and when you're ready to sell, always consider auctioning through a reputable house. They have access to serious collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for the right coin, just like the one that sold for $1.3 million. So, there you have it, folks. The 2017 D Mint Mark quarter dollar coin, an incredible story of history, error, rarity, and value. Who knew that a little mistake could turn pocket change into $1 million masterpiece? If you have a collection of coins or even some spare change lying around, it might be worth taking a closer look. You could be holding on to a real treasure. We're going to talk about the 2014 D Mint Mark Quarter Dollar. Is it really worth $1.4 million? Let's unravel the mystery behind this modern coin, explore its value, and discover why it's suddenly drawing so much attention. Buckle up because we're going on a deep dive into this coin's history, mintage, and the big question, is it really worth that jaw-dropping price tag? Let's get into it. Alright, so let's start with a little bit of history behind the 2014 D Mint Mark Quarter. In 2014, the United States Mint continued its America the Beautiful Quarters program, which started in 2010. This program was designed to honor national parks and significant historical sites across all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and 5 U.S. territories. In 2014, 5 different designs were released, including Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee, Shenandoah National Park in Virginia, Arches National Park in Utah, Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado, and Everglades National Park in Florida. The D Mint mark indicates that the coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the major production facilities of the U.S. Mint. Each of these quarters carries a unique reverse design, celebrating one of the national parks or historical sites. The front, or obverse side, features the familiar profile of George Washington, as designed by John Flanagan way back in 1932, which has remained iconic ever since. Now, you might be wondering, how did a coin as recent as 2014 gain a reputation for being worth millions of dollars? Coins that are minted in the millions usually don't end up fetching huge prices, so what's going on here? Well, there are a few factors we need to consider: rarity, condition, mint errors, and hype. First up, let's talk about the production numbers. The Denver Mint struck tens of millions of these 2014 quarters. For example, they produced around 231 million Arches National Park quarters alone. Generally speaking, with that many coins in circulation, it's difficult for one to become extraordinarily valuable simply due to scarcity, unless there's something else that sets it apart. What sets a coin apart and makes it a collector's dream often comes down to 2 things: a low mintage error or an exceptionally high-quality strike. Even though millions of these quarters were minted, what really matters to collectors is finding a coin in almost flawless condition or finding one that has some kind of fascinating error. One of the main reasons why any modern coin can fetch a premium price is if it's a rare error coin. Error coins are produced when something goes wrong during the minting process, things like off-center strikes, double dies, or even coins struck on the wrong metal planchet. These errors are sought after by collectors because they're unique and unusual. So, is there an error version of the 2014 D Mint Mark Quarter that makes it so valuable? While there have been reports of some minor errors, such as doubling and planchet issues, none of these errors alone would explain a value in the range of $1.4 million. It's important to remember that while these errors are cool, they typically make a coin worth hundreds or maybe a few $1,000s, not over $1 million. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why is there talk about the 2014 D Mint Mark Quarter being worth as much as $1.4 million? Well, the truth is, a lot of this hype is due to misinformation, exaggerated claims, and viral posts on social media. Sometimes, a video or article will claim that a certain coin is worth an astronomical amount of money, usually without any verifiable auction records or reputable sources to back it up. Most of these headlines are just clickbait. As of now, there is no verified record of any 2014 D Mint Mark Quarter selling for anything close to $1.4 million. In fact, when you look at recent auction records for these quarters, even those in perfect MS-67 or MS-68 condition tend to sell for between $20 and $50. If a coin has exceptional toning or a very rare error, it might fetch a few $100s, but we're still far from the $1 million mark. So, how do you determine the actual value of your 2014 D Mint Mark Quarter? First, you want to consider its condition. Grading is an essential part of determining a coin's worth. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin without any imperfections visible even under magnification. A typical 2014 D quarter found in your pocket change will likely be graded between 20 and 50, which means it would only be worth its face value, 25 cents. If you think you have a 2014 D quarter in exceptional condition, it may be worth sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to get it graded professionally. Only coins graded MS 67 or higher would be of interest to most collectors, and even then, you'd be looking at a value in the range of $20 to $50. Another factor is whether your coin has any visible mint errors. Small errors like die cracks, filled dies, or double dies can make a coin more valuable, but it's crucial to have these verified by an expert. There are some errors that can increase a coin's value significantly, but it's not guaranteed. And even then, it's unlikely you'd hit that $1 million jackpot with a 2014 quarter. Let's bring it all together with the current market value. If you have a 2014 D Mint Mark quarter in average circulated condition, it's still worth, well, 25 cents. If it's in mint state and graded highly, it might be worth a few dozen dollars, and if there's a remarkable error, perhaps a few hundred. However, there's no verified auction or sale suggesting that any of these coins are worth anywhere near $1.4 million. Most of that hype is just internet rumors and speculation. The highest recorded price for any modern quarter comes from exceptionally rare errors or top-tier conditions, things that are so rare they can take years to find. If you're holding on to a 2014 D quarter, the best advice is to check its condition, verify any errors, and manage your expectations realistically. Unfortunately, there's no magic $1.4 million coin waiting in your change jar, at least not with this one. To wrap things up, the 2014 D Mint Mark quarter is a beautiful coin that represents America's incredible national parks, but it's not a ticket to instant riches. Always be wary of overblown claims on social media and double-check your sources. Most importantly, if you love collecting coins, focus on the joy and historical value they bring to your collection rather than expecting to make millions. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to channel name for more fascinating coin stories, market updates, and collecting tips. Have you ever found an error coin in your change? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting, everyone.